Well, hey, this is my first vid of 3 for the WBC Super Middleweight Tournament that's going on between Arthur Abraham, Andre Dirrell, Carl Froch, Kessler, Jermaine Taylor, and Andre Ward. I haven't got those alphabetical ordered in a year. Well, the first fight that I want to go with is the Andre Dirrell against Carl Froch. And I'll start with Andre Dirrell, and then I'll go to Carl Froch. Now, Andre Dirrell, he's the youngest, as far as I would say experience goes, of all the fighters in this tournament. I don't know if I'd say he's the least deserving, because if you've watched him fight, and you should, you'll notice that this kid has a ton of talent. He's very fast, he throws great combinations, he can throw any punch under the sun, and he can throw 100 punches in about 35 seconds. Well, that being said, he's never went 12 rounds before. Now, he's never lost, but what I'm saying is he's never fought championship rounds yet. And I don't know if these fights are actually scheduled for 12 rounds or not. They might just be 10. But either way, in that case, no, they're 12 rounds. So all these fights are going to be 12-round fights, which he's never done before. And that is the biggest question. I mean, aside from the fact he holds his hands low and is susceptible to getting hit, is his will he have the stamina to go 12 rounds with a guy like Carl Froch? Now, Jermaine Taylor didn't have it. And that's kind of who I'm going with this, is he's like a younger Taylor, so does he have the stamina? He's only went 8 rounds once and 10 rounds once. So it's not like he's and he doesn't knock everybody out. 5 of his fights have not went the distance. He's only had 18, but he's 18-0, 13 knockouts. The fight against Oganov, that didn't go the distance. He stopped him, and Oganov was like 28-1 with 28 knockouts. So the guy could bang. But the problem was, man, Dirrell's a bad dude, man. And he hit him with everything under the sun. Thought the stoppage was a bit premature, but he was really getting hit, man. Them uppercuts were hurting Oganov pretty bad. He's a southpaw. He can switch. You know, he can fight right-handed. All depends on how his jab feels. The kid is a very tough fighter. But does he have the mental ability to go that distance? I mean, these are the big questions that I have. When he backs up, his hands are too low when he does this stuff. And these are younger fighter mistakes that he has, that he can compensate for, because he is he can be a very slick fighter. He can make you miss badly and then make you pay for it. I think he hits, or he throws his punches with a lot more conviction than like an Andre Ward does. And but I'm wondering if that's because he's never had to go 12, so he hasn't learned that pacing yet. And I think that's going to bother him badly if it goes into deeper rounds. To Carl Froch, in case if you haven't seen it, you know, I think he's got the makings of a great fighter. He started a bit late because he is 32. He's only had 25 fights. He's won all of his fights, you know, and he's won 20 of them by knockout. So that's an 80% knockout ratio there. He's got a great chin. Dude doesn't go down, man. I mean, he doesn't go down. You know, I mean, what can you say about that? He's not like a slick fighter. He's a constant come at you, take you, break you down kind of fighter. He'll take 2 to give 1 occasionally. And he's already got a leg up in the tournament because he's already knocked out Taylor. And, you know, so that's going against Taylor. In case you haven't noticed, I've already written Taylor off in this tournament. When he gets written off, I don't know. But I think he's going to do the same thing. He'll be able to wade through that barrage from Dirrell, and he's going to get one. I think Dirrell pulled a bad won on this. I think he would have done much better against Abraham or Taylor or even Ward, for that matter, than to pull Froch this early, just because of his inexperience. Not because I don't think later on down the line, you know, he couldn't pull it off. But right now, he just hasn't went that deep. And Froch is not the kind of guy you're going to get out of there. You're not going to knock him out in the 5th round or the 6th round. He's got a great chin. So I think Carl Froch takes him into the deep waters and sparks him out around the 10th round. I don't see this as a huge knock on Dirrell. I think it'll be one of those learning fights that he'll be able to continue further on down the line. He just got a bad draw on this one. Now, he is an inch taller, and he does have a big whopping ½ an inch reach. He's 6'2", 75-inch reach. Carl Froch, 6'1", with a 74.5 inch reach. So it's kind of a wash there. He's not fighting a much smaller guy like he was when he fought Oganov. I mean, it definitely appeared like Oganov was a lot smaller. So, so that's what I'm thinking. All right. Well, this is one of 3, obviously. So, this is Bigragu. I'm out.